What is good? So, this is a new strategy that I'm learning, and it's a 8 and a 14 EMA cross, and it's pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. And yeah, I mean, you just watch for it to kind of cross, and then you get into the trade. I mean, I think you almost kind of want to get into the trade base before that, almost on the 1 hour, but it's good to follow it, and then when it starts to kind of come back, and you want to keep the blue on top. We want to have a blue party, right? We want to have a blue party, right? Right? Am I right? Am I right? Let's go. So yeah, you look at this. We got the red at top, so it's selling. So it's red. It's selling, selling. So we keep riding it down, riding it down. So I mean, listen, you get your 1 hour candles, and all of a sudden it starts chilling, and then you get the blue candles. You get out, right? You can always get another entry. You can always get an entry. So I'm just teaching myself this stuff. Like I learning a lot of stuff. I don't got a guide with me all 24/7 to figure shit out, but I'm just being real with y'all. Listen, we can get multiple pips up and down, but the biggest thing we gotta just be focused on securing every trade, securing every win. It's just one trade at a time. Win, 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 win. Don't get too overly greedy. This isn't long-term trading, right? Not long-term trading. So let's look at US30. See, I got the 8 and 14, and it's everywhere you go, right? So you look at this stuff. Okay, so oh, so I got also my grid. I just fixed it. I got my blue candles. I got my red candles. I mean, it's kind of psychological stuff, but basically just keep my mind in the game. You get fatigued when you're trading, so I need to not trade as much, right? But I need to spend so much time that everything's just like so familiar, right? When I was learning welding, I used to, I get a 6 hour class, and I could stay after sometimes. I would stay after. I would do 10 hours. I got one of the best welding instructors do 60-10 route for pipe, learning that stuff. You had to rotate it before. It wasn't easy learning it, but I learned it. So I don't think this is anything different. It's just a new skill set, mindset, and that's it. Win, win, win. We just got to keep winning, winning, winning. But yeah, listen, you got this moving average cross right there. So I was like, boom. Whether you get in based on the price trap, back here. I mean, it's not really a price trap, but I mean, it's not really tight consolidation. Not the best consolidation. I mean, it's not bad, but I mean, you could do it like that, and then the retest at 28,903. But say like it starts going up, and then it's just going sideways. It's like dang, look at that wick down there. So that's the thing. When you gotta look at shorter time frames to see stuff that's going on, right? And even this, I mean, you see the Bollinger Bands, it's like tight in there. So it can only go so much unless it pushes, and it gets above the Bollinger Band. And then the Bollinger Band will expand upwards. But if it acts as a resistance, right? Same as a moving average. But yeah, so listen, this is what happened. It backed up to here. So I mean, that's why you always want to be in shorter time frames, and you can see that 28,257 come back to 28,033. Boom, she's up to like 28,436, right? All of a sudden. But I mean, you come back into the trade, say here, and you see that it's riding. I mean, you'd probably look at a shorter time frame, like you look at the RSI and stuff like that. Different kind of skill set. I mean, you do the price trap right here. I mean, you can listen. The thing with trading, don't get it twisted. Don't matter if it's DeLorean. Don't matter if it's Hikinashi candles. Don't matter if it's stochastics. We're all trading the same thing. It's not different. It's not different. It's the same. We're all trading the same thing. It's all the way we look at the market. So you got moving average crosses that will do that confirmation stuff that you won't see on a price trap. So it'll kind of show you, continue on, right? So 20, you boom, it went out of the trap on that big wick, and then boom, it came up, and then you get that retest, a little bit of a retest, but it didn't come back there. But that's just a bullish candle, right? So you know you could get the break, right? You pretty much get the break on the US30 because it just pushes up like $10-$20 all of a sudden, and then you got to get out within like 15-20 seconds sometimes, or like 90 seconds. You got to be really quick, and then come back in where the entry, right? So I mean, you want to be on the lower time frames, but so it keeps going, and then all of a sudden it goes to the sideways, and then it starts, then you get out because it's outside of the Bollinger Bands. Comebacks, boom. You're not going to be in all these situations, but I mean, you literally could use after you get, you would get stopped out right here, right? But you could like re-enter. If that's why a lot of these traders don't use stop losses. That's just a stop hunt, straight up stop hunt. So basically, it took all these orders and then it collected them, and then bang, up she went, right? Like it's like a split second. It'll just take you out, and then it'll take it all the way up. So yeah, that's what happened on that stuff, and it just boomed up. So I mean, basically, if that took you out, say you had your stop loss, I mean, say you did the price trap right here, and you got in at 20,091, you had your stop loss at below 20,017, you wouldn't even get stopped out there. It's not even below this part. So you could, what the thing that people need to do, and myself included, is keep their stop loss below like, it depends. It depends on the trade, right? It depends if you just focusing on a small like scalp, but if you want to get the most amount of pips, the most amount of points, you literally have to keep your stop loss below your entry until you're like way up. I'm talking about when you get above, say, like structures like to the left here, like 28,255. But I mean, if you're up this much, you can always close bits when you're at certain levels, right? Like say here, you close partials there, and you put rest at break even, like right here, so you're not going to get stopped out. Because what it could done is it could have gone all the way back down. It don't matter. Like it could be news. It don't matter about technicals. It could have boomed down like to 27,900, even lower, right? So what you can do when you're up in profit, put your stop loss in stop profit, especially. But if you want to get the most amount of pips, you literally do have to keep your stop loss from the entry point way back there, right? So it's a give or take. It's a push and pull. You got to weigh the cons of each situation. Do you want the most amount of wins, or do you want the most amount of pips on each trade? You can kind of work together. You can have a systematic thing where you close partials, but then you're also you let others kind of run up, and you let it like say stay at break even or below at your give it room below your entry, your stop loss, like a super loose like trailing stop. But if you have a tighter trailing stop, you risk not getting as many pips on that run, right? So now you go from 20,091 all the way to 20,491, and it's like boom. But all the time the blue 8 EMA was continuously on top. So what you want to do on your MT4 is you want to color it blue, and you want to color your 14 EMA red, so and you just tell yourself, red's on top, you're selling, blue on top, you're buying, and you just keep running it up, gunning it up. So yeah, that's what's up on US30, a very crazy pair. Now you go to SPX, which I like about my cell phone, doing this on my cell phone, is I don't have to continuously add the indicator EMA. So I just like flow, I go from pair to pair, and I can just check it out, right? So yeah, look, it's pretty much similar. I mean, what you guys got to understand if you ever do trade indices is they're pretty similar. They're not all similar, but listen, the Dow is basically some of the top 30 companies. Now you got the US, which is the US30. That's what I'm trying to say. The US30 is actually the Dow. So it's the top 30 companies-ish. And then you got the Nasdaq 100, which is all tech companies. You got Tesla, you got, all these different companies, and it's the top 100 companies. And then you got the S&P 500, which is the top 500 companies. So the S&P 500 is a little bit slower, and it's a lower price, and you don't need as much stop loss room when it's moving around. But it can still move like randomly. Sometimes it's slow. So I mean, some people like trading NAS, some people like trading US30 more, some people like trading SPX more. I basically, the way I look at it, like the people in IM Academy, you got Kim Torres. She loves trading US30, not so much like SPX500, sometimes NAS, I guess. But I think she really likes trading US30. Like, I think she bank on US30. Because, I mean, on a one lot on US30, say you go from, say, 28,000. I mean, oh, let's go back. Let's go back to US30. So you take it from where we at? From 28,000, a breakout here, something like that. You take it from 28,092 all the way to, say, like the structure 28,240, 140. So you got to times 140 times 100. So 140 times 10, 140 times 10 is 1,400. Now, 1,400 times 10 is 14K, right? So a one lot's going to give you literally 14K right there on that one trade. If you split the middle and you got your one lot and you won that trade, you got 14K on a 140 point move. So that's what's up. That is what's up, and that is what's up. So that is why there's billionaires that trade the US30 and trade indices. But let's go back to SPX. And that's why I don't give it. That's why I don't care that I'm not a millionaire. Fast. You got other people that are making a lot more money in this game. But I'm literally like trying to get the game on lock for a lifetime, not for like 2 weeks. Not for 2 weeks, right? I'm literally for a lifetime, and I value people, and I'm creating success in people. I create more success in other people than I create in myself, which is funny. But that's sometimes that's life, right? And sometimes it works in circles, right? You gotta figure out your own situation to get to the top. So the tops, the bottom's too crowded, so we gotta meet you at the top.